When I tell you today is about to be too much, but it's needed, it is what it is. It is what it is. Folks, this is going to save you, if you're thinking about repatriating, visiting, moving to Ghana, this is going to save you tens of thousands of dollars and years off your life. You hear me? Because what I have learned and experienced over the last 4 years, I wish it on none of you. Trust me, I wish it on none, not one soul. Not one. Well, guys, it says I'm offline and I'm not offline. So, anyway, 601, let's continue. Okay, folks, where are we logging in from? I know we have New York in the house. We have Miami, I think. San Diego. Yes, yes. No, I was the first, but yes, it was my first time coming. Happy to be here. I've learned so much from your videos. Thank you so much, Brooklyn OG. San Diego in the house. Miami Lakes, sun-kissed. I'll be giving you a shout out today. I miss San Diego. Should have never moved. Okay, so we have Cali people here. Cali all day. I'm so sad about this Instagram situation. So, Brooklyn OG, what would you say you learned so far? Well, anything specific? Anything specific you have learned that you can go ahead and type real quick? And Sunkissed, I appreciate you, girl. Hi, I'm watching from, we got Georgia in the house. Georgia. You'll be moving to Ghana, but glad for your videos. Make me rethink things. Yes, that's all I want my videos to do. I want people to just stop, take a breath, think about what this really means, and consider all options. That's it. If someone told me, Leslie, pump your brakes and calm down, okay? I know, they're tapping into the 400-year trauma. I know, you're upset about George Floyd and all that at the time. You just came back from, China, and I was quarantined in China. So my emotions were everywhere. I'm like, I'm going back to Africa, And I was just like, I'm out. And yeah, and I rushed things, folks. I rushed things. I was emotional and imbalanced, trusted when you shouldn't, and I end up where I am right now. So I take full responsibility. But today we're going to talk about fraudulent and criminality. So regardless of naivete or being emotionally imbalanced, there's no excuse for criminal activity. Ain't that right? Put yes in the chat if you know that is right. I have learned to always do my research, and your videos are really informative and transparent. Yes, G. G, where are you from? Oh, Georgia. You said it already. Georgia. Okay, so let's get into the schedule. So we are going to, of course, I always like to do my appreciation. So we're going to start with the store, because you guys know I have an online store, and then show appreciation. Then we're going to get right into the investigation results. Folks, get ready for this roller coaster. Like, I'm low-key nervous to even share because it's so bad. Okay. 4, then giveaway, just like I gave away an ebook last live stream. I'll be giving away another ebook or maybe something else. Stay tuned, right? And then question and answer. So towards the end, if you have any questions, we can do that then. And yes. Hey, Leslie, you're locked in. Thank you, Chaz. Thank you. I'm happy about it. It's been a year. July was a year. So are you locked too, Chaz? I'm so happy with my hair. Hair freedom. That's what we love, hair freedom. Coming from Virginia. Yes. Welcome. Okay, so I'm going to do my precious little ad, and then we will get into appreciation, then the results. And e-workbooks to mentally and emotionally prepare you to visit, repatriate, or buy land in the motherland. And the authentic handmade kente cloth I got from Kumasi, Ghana is now a home decor line made by yours truly. Get a piece of the motherland until you can visit yourself. Click the link in the description box to visit my store. Yes, folks, I made them throw pillows from the kente cloth from Kumasi, Ghana. I made those suckers by hand. Ooh, respect to all the seamstresses out there. Oh, we got a locked brother. Shout out to all the locked brothers and sisters. Shout out to all the seamstresses and seamstressers. I don't even know if it's a masculine or feminine, but I respect for you guys because that was not easy at all. I made like 25 throw pillows before I went to Colombia, and I was just like, I have respect to everyone that has that skill set. It's no joke. It's no joke. Okay, appreciation. I always want to show appreciation to those who very proud of you. Keep doing it. I shall. And with people like you on my side and give me a encouragement, it's all good. I'm gonna keep going. All right, appreciation. Thank you so much to those who have financially supported me for like over a year, 2 years. And I also want to shout out Team Heart. Thank you, Angela Adams and Andrew Graham. Andrew Graham, I don't know. I've never met you, and I've emailed you before, but I'd like to get to know you. Thank you. Thank you for your financial contribution. Team Gold, Io Deli, she actually gets $10 a month. Thank you, Io Deli Coker. BCB and Amazing Amari. And last but not least, Sunkiss, who is in the house. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Thank you for you guys just blessing me monthly financially. I don't take it lightly, and I truly appreciate it. Anyone who thinks Ghana land issues are unique in Africa better stay put in the US. Dado Boy. Okay, thank you for that contribution. Okay, here's my question to you guys. Where are you at in your journey? Are you, I'm just researching to see, if I want to visit, or if you're thinking about relocating or buy land. So put 1 in the chat if you haven't visited yet, and that's what your next step is. Put 2 if you are considering relocating. And then 3 if you're here because it's part of your research to learn how to, buy land. 1, 2, or 3. Where are you at in your journey? Sunkiss, I don't see anything I see your name, but I don't see anything. Ghana issues are treacherous, just like in Nigeria, Angola, and other parts of Africa. 3, okay. Crystal R. Johnson, you're looking to buy land. And the reason I'm asking you this, so I know how to talk to y'all, right? I don't want to say all these terms, and you're just like, what? I'm just trying to go to Ghana and try their fufu, you know? I don't want to talk about dentures and you're just trying to taste fufu, okay? So we are relocating. I'm really thinking about moving out of the U.S., okay? All the above, Brooklyn OG. 2, relocating. Great. Great. So Sunkiss, Crystal, Brooklyn OG, have you guys visited Ghana yet? So I'm assuming you guys have visited already? Oh, folks, I'm still sad about Instagram. I really am. Okay, we have a lot of 2s. I worry about some people in Asebu. Folks, we're about to talk about all of it. We're going to talk about all of that. But like I promised, let's get into it. Let's get straight into... Oh, you have? Awesome. Never visited Ghana. Got you. Let's get straight into it. Let's get straight into the investigation results. Folks, put your belts on, seat belts, because it's about to... You've been 3 times. Got it. It's about to get rocky. So I want to talk about the definition. I want to make sure we're on the same page of what fraud is, okay? Because fraud is fraud, no matter what country you live in, okay? Now, this definition is from the Cambridge Dictionary, and as we know, or if you don't know, Ghana is still part of the Commonwealth, which is in Britain, Great Britain, right? So this is the definition from the people that they're still under, okay? The Commonwealth. Google that if you don't know what that is. It's pretty interesting, okay? So even though people and countries say they're independent, a lot of them are still under the Commonwealth. Okay, fraud. It's a family saying some of the land in Asebu that they built on. Okay. During question and answers, definitely bring that up because, I want to talk about that too. Fraud, a person or thing, intended to deceive others, typically by unjustifiably claiming or being credited with accomplishments, registered land, or qualities, wrongful or criminal deception intended to result in financial or personal gain. That's what we're talking about today. We're talking about that very definition. So let's not get it twisted. Fraud doesn't mean different in different countries. Fraud is one definition and one meaning. Okay, so we're talking about that type of fraud. Yes, locks. So here's my experience with Casa Estates. Multiple contract breaches. Okay. Selling land without registration. Their name wasn't on it, right? Omission of pertinent information. False advertisement and false documentation. Folks, that is what fraud is. Okay? No ifs, ands, buts about it. So this is what, for our guys to catch up a little bit, EOCO, which means Economic and Organized Crime Office. Put that up real quick. Economic and Organized Crime Office. If you go to my videos, you'll see they're actually in my videos, right? Because they took my case. So the information I'm sharing with you is the information they shared with me. Okay. In Africa, there are, sorry, my logo's in the way, imbalances and no accountability, no integrity. They do not have frame of time or punctuality. I completely agree. So this is what the estates companies are allowed to do in Ghana. So this is, let me get ready, okay? Estate companies can go to families, can go to stools, they can go to clans, and they can say, we want 100 acres. We want to buy 100 acres from you. This is just an example, folks. We want 100 acres. And we will sell and develop the land for you, chief family, stool, clan, okay? But we're only going to pay you a fraction of that land and then pay payments as time goes by, okay? So they have then land, they make the agreement. They start selling land, right? If you're selling land, but you still haven't paid off your balance, but you're selling it to people saying that it's registered in your name, no. So for my situation, I was given indentures for land that their name wasn't on and that they did not register. So companies can buy a whole bunch of land in an agreement, pay a fraction of the cost, make payments, right? But if you have not completed your payment to that family, to that stool, right, you cannot offer registration, and you shouldn't be offering indentures to anybody. You should only offer the indentures to the land that you have registered and you paid off, because you have to pay the family and you have to pay the land's commission. You guys follow me on that? Any questions on that so far? Okay. It's a whole system. So it's almost like here in the States, when you have a mortgage, you still have to pay off that mortgage, right? You owe. You're not going to get your deed. You're not going to get the deed to the land until you pay off your mortgage. Same here with the estate companies. You're not going to get the right to sell it or give anyone registration until you register it. And you're not going to be able to register it until the family, until the clan, until the stool gets all their money. Plain and simple, okay? You have to pay off your debt. Simple, okay? So as I was being educated, I said, okay, because my first meeting with my first meeting with the Yoko, I was told fraudulent. Fraud is not the same here as in the States. Fraud is not the same in the States as it is in Ghana. This is Ghana. I was like, oh, so what constitutes fraud? Right? They said, oh, if in Africa they achieve outdated system instead of a real estate system in the modern era, it's like you're paying a lot fee living in a trailer park. That's actually funny. Okay. So I said, then what constitutes fraud then? Please educate me. And this is what they said. It would have been constituted fraudulent if the company is not registered. So 1, a not registered company, that's a sign. 2, fake numbers, if there's fake numbers. 3, no office or no people in their office. All right, next, no land to give. And lastly, they took off with the money. Okay, so Casa States is registered company. They have 15,000 contact numbers. Those who deal with them already know they have like 10, so many contact numbers, but they have numbers. Okay, their office is busy. There's people in the office, right? They have land to give, and they have not taken off with the money. So I said, okay, they're not fraudulent or they're not wrong because they have those list of things. If you don't Ghana as if it's a monolithic, then stay put and miss out. Dado, you've been bringing some different type of energy into this place. So he was like, it's bad business, but it's not fraud. So people, I ask you, was I wrong about Cos? Was I wrong? Because as we know, I've been given 2 fraudulent indentures. I've been given a falsified lands commission search. They don't know what they're doing. It's all tribalism. Was I wrong? Yes or no in the comments. Was I wrong about Casa States? Because we know what fraud is. We're not dummies now. So as you put your answers in the chat, you were right, Leslie. Thank you. When they said this is Ghana, it took me back to China. Because when I called the U.S. Embassy when I was in China because they owed me money, I said, they're breaking the law. And the U.S. Embassy representative told me while I was in China, they're like, yes, they're breaking the law. But this is China. Just because it's a law doesn't mean they have to follow it. And I said, what? So now I was sitting in that Yoko office and they said, this is Ghana. I had a flashback. I said, oh, so this is just like a China, huh? Got it. Understood, right? Was I wrong about cost? No! No, it wasn't wrong. We know what fraud is. The hell? I don't have a site plan, and now they're telling me I can't even register the land because it's someone else. It's not Cost land. It's not Lynn's Gold land. It's some other chief's land. I said, okay. The fact that the Ghanaian government does not have real harsh punishments for theft, fraud shows the issue is not just with people like these fake-ass landowners, but the government itself. Folks, and that's why I'm here. I'm not here to say, don't buy land, forget it all. I'm just saying, know what you're getting yourself into. Know what country you're going into, whether it's got anywhere. Know the spirit of the place. Right? Know the spirit. And then handle it from there. China is an authoritative country. Let me tell you, China was life-changing for me. And I was there during COVID. If COVID didn't happen, I'd probably still be there because I was so happy there. I mean, the best. I was treated better there than in Ghana and in the States. I'm still shocked that COVID just put a wrench in a lot of stuff. Okay. So why am I doing this? Like I said, because you guys need to know. Like you said earlier, some of you guys want to visit, some of you guys want to relocate, some of you guys want to buy land. Well, folks, there is an emotional and educational gap that I see so clearly that needs to be bridged so we can have better results, right? And I can hear people now, if you aren't connected to the right people. No, that's not what this is about. I'm talking about implementation of a systematic of systematic laws and regulations. I'm telling you that it's not there, right? So yes, it's important to go through the right people, but even folks, I went through all the right steps and still ended up like this, okay? So due diligence. Take your time. Stay emotionally in balance. Approach this with a sober mindset, okay? So yeah, I'm here to bridge an emotional and educational gap. So folks, I'm committed. I'm gonna be doing lives. I'm gonna be more present in YouTube. I don't know how long the season's gonna last, but you have my word. I'm gonna do my part. Does anyone know what country in Africa that's easier to move to without these types of issues? That's a good question. See, I'm hearing a lot about South Africa. For example, someone that was in the community that bought land outright, like I did, she forfeited her money with costs and said, "Forget this," and she bought land in South Africa and is very happy. I know other people that have bought land in Tanzania after being pissed off with costs within our group. But remember, folks, also look into the religion and the spirit of the place, right? Because, Zanzibar is great and beautiful, but if it's mostly a Muslim community and that's not what you are, and that's not what you're going to try to change your frequency to meet, look into that stuff too. Through your experience, did it provide clarity or more clarity? Provide clarity or more clarity for you? Even more clarity that I am blessed in the States, where I have a covering, where I have people that love me and care for me, and that will fight for me. Okay, so that's the real clarity that I got over everything. Africa's currency is accessibility. It's about who you know. That's why the catastrophe still keeps happening. Yep, that's why we need implementation of laws and regulations. This comes as no surprise at all. I never had a good feeling about the whole year of return. Woo! That was a call that got me. That's why I came back. I'm not came back, but that's what triggered my interest. I said, "Oh, let's go experience that." And I went through the Ghana Investment Promotion Center brochure. Cost was listed in there. I said, "Okay, I feel better about that." It was a government-sponsored brochure, and I still ended up like this. Hello. Certain parts of South Africa are also certain parts in Namibia is okay for the moment. I also heard of Rwanda. I heard Rwanda is up there, but folks, I believe in leading from the front. So if I have not gone through the process, I do not stamp my approval on anyone. The year of return 2019 was a scam. And you know what's crazy? I can't say it wasn't, because I feel swindled. Straight swindled. I love the participation today. Thank you. Yes, the whole world is a chessboard, and the FBAs have to make moves where we have recourse. Ooh, I like how you put that, folks. FBAs, African Americans, Black Americans. If we were a country, we would be the top 13th country in the world. That's how much financial power we have. How much economic power we have, and Ghana saw that. Right? And that's where that campaign came from. Come invest, come and visit, right? And that's how we got over there, because they know the power that we have. But folks, you understand what we could have done if everything was in position? My goodness. We built the most influential country in the world. Our ancestors did. You think that we can't do that again, right? They're lost. Okay, where did I leave off? Thank you guys for participating. My question to you: I believe in taking personal accountability. So I'll always say I was emotionally unbalanced. Okay, so if these companies never change, and you really want to go to Ghana, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Right? Laws and regulations never come into place. You really want to go to Ghana? You really want to go to the motherland? Whatever country you go to, especially in West Africa, I was told Ghana was the best judiciously positioned, legislatively positioned country in West Africa. Out of all the 14 countries, Ghana is the best. And I said, okay. Folks, the question is, if they never change, what are you going to do? There's a certain answer I'm looking for, but there's no right or wrong answer, but there's a certain answer I'm looking for. What are you going to do If they don't change, folks, what are we going to do? Because obviously they're allowed to do these. They're allowed, right? Because in the States, the evidence I had, and I brought it to the FBI, I brought it to the BBB, I brought it to what? Cease and desist order would have happened, and they would have stopped business until the truth was found out. I'll be moving to the best country possible. Okay. So a cease and desist order, there we go. They're lost. We can go anywhere. That's the beauty of it. We can go anywhere. And I think Brooklyn, or was it G, that asked me the clarity, another part of clarity that came to me was, I'm so glad I have a U.S. passport. Yeah. I didn't understand the power. It's getting a little dark in here. I didn't understand the power. Should I keep the light on or off? I didn't understand the power of the American passport. I really didn't. The credibility we have to go to any country. Thank you, ancestors. Ashe. Our ancestors made that happen for us, right? So just gratitude. So if these companies never change, what I'm going to do is not give my money. We don't have to give our money. If the bar stays low, they can go ahead and keep the bar low. But we're high. We don't have to lower our bar. We can go to somewhere else. We can find another legitimate company within Ghana that has a proven record, right? And invest our money there. We don't have to give our money, folks. We're not in a rush. The Blue Yes passport is powerful all over the planet, as well as a target. Good point. True. And I'm assuming when you said target, you mean exploitation, overcharging. Very exploitation, basically. But you know what I love about money? We don't have to give it. We're in control of it. We don't have to give our money. Money does not control us. It's a paper, right? We don't have to give our money. We can just keep it right in our accounts, keep it in our hands. We don't have to give it. Period. What I like about money is that it's not a human being and it doesn't talk. And I have full control over it. Africa is a patriarchy continent. They choose to embrace Chinese, Lebanese, white people, Indian, and Syrian people instead of Black people in the West. Folks, did you guys hear what G just said? That's why there is an emotional and educational gap that I'm going to do my part to fill. Because I didn't know that coming in. I didn't know that about the continent until I got here. Until I got to Ghana. My first visit to Ghana, I said, what? Who owns, what do Ghanaians really own here? Right? These infrastructures, everything. What's going on? And G, what you just said, that's it. Whoever brings the money in large numbers, right, is the winner. Rwanda's corrupt, a straightforward country. Rwanda... Sorry, my logo's in the way. Rwanda is less corrupt. Rwanda is less corrupt with very straightforward country. Yeah, I heard about that too. Okay. Folks, someone brought up a Cebu, or I'm going to touch on that really quick. So, you guys know my story. I built a wall. Right? The wall is already there. No one, the people that have given me indentures, both companies, their name's not on it and I can't register it. They're encouraging people to still build on the land, right? But you have to wait years to be a citizen. In Chaz, which country are you talking about? Rwanda? Yeah, white Europeans. Oh, especially white South Africans. Yeah. A lot of restaurants, guys, when you go there, you'll see. For those that haven't been there yet, when you go, you'll see. And you're going to be like, what they were talking about on the live was true. Yep. I caught it the first time I landed. I said, what is this? What's going on? Ghana is did you say ghetto messy? And I'm It's getting exposed. Yeah, we have to get it out, folks. All we have is ourselves. All we have is our community. If we don't share, right? Have you liked this live yet? Have you shared this live yet? Right? Because that's all we have. We have each other. Okay. So where we have leverage, ain't no place on the earth where I want to go that bad to be treated like that. Get more residencies and passports, play the game, and create what we desire wherever we go. What does that sound like? Power, right? When you know your power, it's over. Like, you would think I should be mad right now. But I'm like, do you understand what manifestation is? Do you know what we accomplished already as a community? I'm not even a citizen. Well, let me show you this. I brought this up last week. And this, I mean, I'm still shocked by this comment. Is it showing? You are doing what we local Ghanaians have not been able to do with this Ghanaian broken and inefficient system for 60 years. Your effort will eventually benefit all Ghanaians one day in terms of land acquisition. Manifestation, folks. I said, If you think I'm a descendant of the people that have built the greatest country in the world, I serve a God that gives breath to everything. And the God's hand is on my life. That's who you invited over. You invited me over to your country. I'm an extremist. And I have favor on my life. You didn't know who you guys invited over. I am a God. You hear me? See, do we want to talk about that, though? I don't think we want to talk about that. I operate in the image and the likeness of Most High. That's who you invited over. The descendant of... I can go on and on about that. That's why I'm not mad. I'm so high. I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm so high. Now, of course, I had my breakdowns and stuff. But I'm like, y'all don't know. If you knew, you would never. You would have never. You would have never put your hands on me. You would have never took my money. You would have never invited me if you knew who you're dealing with. Anyways, moving on. Thanks for the info. I was looking into Rwanda as well. We have leverage in Australia, and we're being embraced by the Australian Aberoni people. Benin is always the diaspora is allowing the diaspora to come there now too. I hope it's not for money. Be careful, Benin is sketchy. Well, shoot. Seems like everywhere is sketchy. Just do your due diligence. Visit. Stay there for a while. Simmer, right? Catch the spirit of the place. Okay. Kenya is also quite nice and very modernized, unlike Ghana. Have you seen how beautiful Nairobi is? I haven't. I heard. Gee, that's a good point. They speak French in Benin. So that's another thing to look into. What religions they practice, what's their cultural beliefs, especially how do they see women, and what language they speak, right? Because that's an easier transition if you speak French. I'm not planning on going there either. Yeah, folks, there's 54 countries on the continent. Matter of fact, we ain't got to go back to Africa. Who said we got to do that? That's a whole different conversation. Okay. Question to you guys. Let's see what you guys know. What do you need to win litigation? You can buy land in Rwanda, Kenya in a day. Must be nice. What do you need to win litigation? My question to you. Because people in my community have reached out to me since the Yoko video, congratulating me, thanking me, all the good jazz. And they're like, yeah, they keep on telling us to build. Can you imagine if I built a building on that land? Can you imagine? That's why I was like, I'm not going further than a wall, right? Can you imagine if I built my whole compound that I was going to build on there? Folks, that land, there's a reason why I bought 6 plots. That was going to be a 20-unit townhome complex. Folks, I'm a design architect. That's what I went to school for. I designed the whole layout and partnered with a Ghanaian architectural firm. Beautiful. I had the renderings, I had the architectural drawings. When I didn't come to play. What? I didn't go there to play. I was like, I'm not doing nothing until I get my registration. Folks, can you imagine if I built and did all this stuff without my registration? Crazy, right? And so, yeah, because in Ghana, they're like 9/10 of the law is built on the land. right? But as we know, there's stuff going on in Cebu. These are people that have built communities. And guess what happened? After everything was built, knock, 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 you've built on our land. What? You're going to come after we built? So you already knew we were building. You were just watching us, right? And folks, my question still stands. Oh, let me put it up on the caption. What do you need to win litigation? What you really need is to bring it into the international court stage for tribunal, among other connections and statuses. Ooh. I'm trying to think if I even care enough to do that at this point. If it's free, sure. But I'm going to write this down. International Court Tribunal. Gee, I don't even think I care enough. I just want to do my part, educate, and that's it. But that's a great idea. They wait for you to build a nice house, then knock on your door just to take it. So, no one has answered our question. What do you need to win litigation? Because when you build and they come and knock on your door and say, this is my land, right? And you're like, no, this is my land. The next step is litigation. And if you don't have this particular thing, guess who's going to win? You really need to have international hearing and have certain Ghanaian officials subpoenaed in the International Court for tribunal to stand trial and be held accountable. This is good information. Thank you, G. I'm literally going to look into that because that's solid. As long as I don't got to catch a flight somewhere, I'll do it. If everything can be submitted through the internet, then I'll do it. Leslie, can you just get our money back? We'll take it years and cart. Can you just get your money back? This is exclusive information. Well, there's some things being done that I can't talk about yet. But until I can talk about it, I can still share and educate. All right, Chaz, that's as much I can do for right now. How do you do that? Yeah, that's a good question too. How do you do that? Okay, back to building. They're going to knock on your door. So you can build if you want to, folks. But if you don't have registration, you will lose litigation. Because registration is the key, right? When I was in Ghana, I just came back from Ghana, 2 weeks ago? I met with a lady that is working close with what's going on in Cebu. She said it's not looking good. Folks, if you don't have your registration, if you have not taken your indentures to Lands Commission to register them, you're inviting drama. Okay, I strongly encourage you, if you have indentures, take it to the Lands Commission, right? Because if I did not take my indentures to the Lands Commission for registration, I wouldn't have found out the true owner after my second Lands Commission search. The true owner. So a lot of people are living in these houses, building these houses, and they're waiting for you to complete it so they can knock on your door. Are you hearing me? Your due diligence is to keep your money in your pocket. There's no rush. Folks, when I tell you there's no rush, why are we rushing? That's the question. Why are we rushing? Is it because we think we're leaving something worse to go to something better? Are we? Are we really? Is running away from a problem solve the problem? It doesn't. It doesn't. Wow. So yeah, take your paperwork to the Lands Commission. It takes so long to get registration, almost 2 years, and that's after one pays for Express Ghana. Did chop. Oh, I'm glad you brought that up, Fred Gibbs. It's going to go to litigation, or you're going to have to make a chop side deal, okay? And you're going to have to make that deal with the people that's names in the registration. They're the ones that are going to come, and you're going to have to make a side deal with them. Chop money until they are satisfied. Why would you want to do that? Just get everything in order from the beginning. It's a process. You will international attorney and also an international ambassador or representative, and also a certified letter from your governor, and some more other steps too as well. I like that, G. I'm so glad I did this live just to get that information. Thank you. Okay. So here's the saddest part of this whole of the investigation results. They told me, you know what, Leslie? That community you were a part of, we called them. We called the leaders of it. And they said because you were involved, they didn't want to get involved. But we asked them for a list of everyone. Right? We asked them for a list. When they realized that this was legitimate help, they called me back. But by that time, the case was closed. He said we were going to get everybody's indentures. Folks, this wasn't just about me. This wasn't just for me. This was for everybody in my community that they kicked me out of. The community that kicked me out of, I'm still fighting for them. Right? They were going to get everybody's indentures. Even with a chop deal, it still takes a long time to get the registration. Folks, it took, 3.5 years to find out that they didn't even own the land. Cost didn't own the land, and Linsgo didn't own the land. And I did a thorough land acquisition search. Crazy. But do you guys hear what I just said? They're going to get everyone's indentures, folks. I will keep my hopes up, move to Africa. I have the feeling it will not be Ghana like I intended. Hey, and it might be Ghana. Folks, understand what I'm saying. I want you guys to understand that, first of all, we have the power, okay? It's our money. We don't have to give our money to no one. We don't owe no one. We don't expect anything from anyone else. I want us to understand the position we're in. We're on the offense, okay? We're on the offense, and we can take our time to see where we want to go, because Ghana is not the only option, okay? Okay, that was the saddest part. When he said that, I was like, that's sad. The whole community would have had their indentures. The whole community would have had their indentures. Leadership is so important. Okay, folks. Now I understand why people have bought land from COS, and it's been 3, 4, 5 years. I know someone that actually bought land in South Africa, and they're very happy. South Africa is very developed. It's almost like a transition from the States. That's how developed they are. They do still have segregation, but I mean, don't we still have it in the States too as well? Okay, what was I about to say? So now I understand why people, I didn't tell you this part. Oh my gosh. So when he said that they would have got everyone's indentures, I said, so what's going to happen to the community that I was a part of? What's going to happen to them? I said, are they going to get their indentures? He said, eventually. But COS is in no financial position to even pay off the rest of the land. They made an agreement with the family. So no one's getting nothing until COS pays off what they owe. Because remember, like I said earlier in the live, they can make agreements for, quote unquote, for example, 100 acres, but only pay for 30% of it, and then make payments until the rest is paid off. The rest is paid off, right? Until they pay off what they owe, you're not getting your registration. And if you get an indenture, you're not going to be able to register that. You guys hear what I'm saying? Okay. I love that you guys are talking about this. Yes, other lands. Ghana is nice. Just got to know how to navigate. Due diligence is a must. Don't believe what anyone says. Ghanaians will say anything to get your money, including saying they're a pastor. Kenya is very developed too. I rank it close to South Africa in a way affordable than ghetto Ghana. What's up with this ghetto Ghana? I understand what you mean, but it's just funny to me. South Africa is Many U.S., but there is a lot of poverty and racism. Thanks, my friend. I heard someone say that before. Yes, I'm loving the community vibes right now. I'm loving the community vibes. So, yes. So that's why don't expect, especially if you're part of the community I was in, don't expect your indentures anytime soon. I mean, to register it. If they have not paid off what they owe to the Lands Commission and the family, you won't be able to register your paperwork. Okay? Folks, so that's the result of the investigation. Wow. Okay. So let's end on a high note, because I like to end on high notes. There's one thing to complain and share and expose, but now, what's the solution? What's the solution? I thought about this, of course, from a American standpoint. So I don't know how the laws work in Ghana, but here in the States, looks like the Africa is looking way better. Here in the States, we can lobby, right? We lobby for everything here in the States. Right now, the Crown Act, we're lobbying so we can have locks going to work, wear hijabs, wear, Bantu knots and twists and everything. We're fighting for that in the States, right? And some states have turned it down. It's called the Crown Act. But we have the ability to lobby, get people to sign petitions, and force laws. Okay? So what's the solution? From my American perspective, raise the bar. Who can raise the bar? We the people, right? The Ghanaians? The Ghana Bar Association? Look at what a coincidence. The Bar Association. Let's raise the bar. Ghana bar. What we got to do? Lobby. Land litigation is the number one litigation issue in Ghana. They've been building a whole new building for it. I think it's like 20 stories. If that is the number one litigation, I think droves of people will go and sign that petition. Right? I'm not sure if lobbying is a thing in Ghana, but I call out the Ghana Bar Association. Raise the bar. Start lobbying. Get people to sign that petition. I got my petition signed, right? Still ended with no results, but it's possible. It has to be. It has to be. I refuse to believe that there's no solution to this. And the government's hand can't be forced to put laws and regulations together, because we the people, we're the one who run. We're literally, folks, if we unify the things we can do as a unit, it's amazing. So I don't know. Ghana, the Bar Association, lobby. That's all I can think of. Now, folks, I want to end on this note. Before we go into the giveaway and the question and answer. YouTubers. And for my little sign, I typed it up. YouTubers. Stop advertising criminals and liars, please. Can we stop that? Can we step up as YouTubers and do our due diligence and stop advertising these criminals and liars, right? And I know some people have already changed their brand, right? Because it was getting a little hot. It was getting a little hot. So they totally changed. They changed their brand. As you should, okay? Other people, they put disclosures in their videos now at the end. This is just for entertainment purposes only. Basically, don't come after me. I'm showing you these people. If they screw you, don't come for me. That's what that means. I said, okay. Whatever brings you peace. But I call out all YouTubers, let's step up. Because the second I whiff negligence and lying, I ended my little agreement with these little boo-boo, emotionally and mentally underdeveloped developers. What? Get out of here, okay? There's a corruption in East Africa, but has not as bad as the West. From my personal dealings, Rwanda is the best. Many African people embrace us African descendants people and don't want to unite. They want to be white and want with white people. Folks, it's so deep. There's so many variables to why any of this is happening. It's funny because Rwanda is what I was looking towards from the information I researched. Okay. Loving the community. But yeah, YouTubers, step up. Stop advertising criminals and liars. Period. All right, guys. Because people are uprooting their lives. They're selling everything they have in the States and moving. How do I know? I get emails, folks. People email me. I know people that personally are like, Leslie, if we knew it was like this, I wouldn't have did it, right? But they didn't listen to me. They didn't do what I said. The people that listened to me didn't buy, okay? The people that didn't listen to me bought. I'm like, that's why I don't feel bad. Cause I know I'm doing my best to expose what the truth. Cause I like to sleep at night. YouTubers do anything for a check, and I'm calling them out. Oh wow. Okay. Yikes. It is what it is. It is what it is. Okay. We gotta. It is what it is. I'm doing my part. That's all I'm gonna say. The only issue with Rwanda is the land laws. I think you can only get it for 30 years or something. Okay. What was I gonna say? I'm gonna end. The giveaway question. I want to know why so many of us hell bent on setting in Ghana in the first place. Most High never instructed us to go to Ghana and settle 400 plus years after bondage. Well, since you brought that up, spaces and places, let's just go straight to the question and answer. I'll give you my opinion. We are emotionally driven. Okay. Ghana has an excellent PR system. Thank you for listening. Yes. All they had to do was get celebrities, tap into our 400-year trauma, and boom, Dirty December. Ooh, automatic citizenship. We're there. We're so mad in America. We have trauma, that 400-year trauma. They saw that and they said, ooh, they have a lot of money as a community. Let's do a campaign. Not only are African Americans there, but even our Ghanaians are there. Diaspora Ghanaians are there because of the brain drain, right? They tapped into our 400-year trauma. We like to be entertained. And that's all it took, folks. My personal opinion. Ooh, you guys are talking so fast. Let me hold on one second. Let me get to you. When it comes to Africa, the question you have to ask yourself is how much. You guys are talking so fast. Give me a second. I gotta go back so I can read the history. Okay, when it comes to Africa, the question you have to ask yourself is how much of your time do you really want wasted? The answer is 2 years or less for Africa. You have to slightly change your way of thinking to match. Hey. To match their frequency in order not to be suckered and to not waste the majority of your time, meaning don't mimic what they do. The answer is to build in places where their nations aren't still under the thumb of the West. That's the thing. They are. And build with each other. Ghana's still in the thumb of the West. You know they're building a military base in Ghana? They already started. Just to let you know. Folks, and you know America doesn't do anything for anyone else. America is America first. And you get the crumbs from what falls from the table. Facts. But remain aware and observant of what they do and how they move and what they say. The glass is half empty or the glass is half full. Sales 101 marketing. I think that's the best answer to, I think, who asked that? Spaces and Places or Johnson? Sales marketing 101. Spaces and Places out there because Ghana was. Okay, I think I'm misreading that. Oh, Ghana was aggressively marketed to Black Americans. Besides Dirty December, what else does Ghana have going on? It's hot. The people are very slow-minded. Ooh, damn, Fred, you were going in. Aren't you from Ghana? Where are you from? Jeez. All they do is party in Ghana, club, maybe go to Cape Coast and stare at the beach and plastic bags everywhere. I'm dead at you right now. I'm dead. Where I'm from is called Pimp Game Oakland. Okay. Oakland, of course, it was. The Ghana learned this from America and the West. Oh, I like that answer. They learned it from the players who play. These are really good answers, to be honest. Players will play, pimps will pimp. And that's that. Okay. Any more questions? That was a really good question. That triggered a whole bunch of emotions. I hope the info helps. No, G, you brought some, you contributed. That was a contribution, brother. That was a contribution on a high level. So I'm appreciative of that. I'm loving the chat. I know, I'm loving it too, Brooklyn. Folks, I know I'm hosting this, but I'm like in the chat like, oh, what are they going to say next? This was so good. I appreciate you guys' time. I do not take this lightly. We are on the last step in the schedule, and that is giveaway time, unless you guys have any more questions. And to show you that I appreciate your time, giveaway time, okay? Are you guys ready? Are you guys done with the question and answers? Is that it? Because whoever answers this first gets the giveaway prize. And I'm actually very excited to give it away because it's what we've been talking about this whole live. Okay. 10 more seconds and I'm going to close the question and answers and we're going to move on. Any more questions? Ghana has a lot of potential. Just needs forward-minded people in the offices, not old people and old men men's side pieces. You are effective, sister. Thank you. Shwet Bebop, rock steady. If I win the giveaway, to pay forward to anyone in the chat. Hey, we got community. We got unity through community. That's all I want. Push the button and subscribe and share. Yes. Like, share, subscribe. Really, because at the end of the day, all we have is each other at this point. By the way, they still work for the West. Yes. Okay, question. What do you need to position yourself to win in litigation? I'll never ask you a question that I did not talk about in the very live that I asked you it. What do you need to put yourself in the best position to win in litigation? Who's going to be the first one? Who's going to say it? What do you need? What do you need to put yourself in the best position to win in litigation? Because from what I'm seeing, you guys like to build and you don't have litigation. Brooke and OG, money. Okay, I'm talking about legitimate, like what's going to win. That's such a good answer too, Brooklyn, to be honest. But that's like the under the table answer. But I said it. I already said the answer. What do you need to put yourself in the highest chances of winning in litigation besides money? Even though the chop can get you a lot of stuff, but legitimately, right? Without going under the table, what do you need? Yes, Sunkiss, you got it. Registration, folks. We're like on an indenture high. People are drunk on the indentures. Like, oh, I got my indenture. That's all I need. No. Folks, if the indenture is all I needed, I would have 4 deeds right now. 4. I've been given 2 indentures for the beachfront land. I've been given 2 indentures for the land I can't register. You need to make sure that the wording of your case of what you're filing has to be on in accordance. Yeah. I would have 4 deeds if the indenture, people are like, oh, the indenture is registration. No. If that was the case, I would have 4 deeds right now. I have 0 deeds right now. Paid in full for both lands. The indenture is not registration. Clear evidence and undeniable receipts. Okay? Let me tell you what you won, Sunkiss. Right. Please stop believing that, folks. The indenture, when you get your indenture, on the front it says deed to assignment. That means you need the indenture so the land that you're getting can be assigned to you in registration. The indenture is a step, the indenture is a step before registration. If you don't have the indenture, you can't get registration. If you don't have the correct indenture with the correct owners, you're not getting registration. I say that with a mad temper because it's just, stop lying. For years I've been hanging around. I know Sunkiss, you know my ways. When I'm not yelling at you, I'm just passionate. Okay. Let me get to her giveaway. Folks, Sunkiss, you've been to Ghana 3 times, you said. So you're not even at the visiting stage. Sis, I'm loving your energy. Keep it up. Thank you, G. Yeah. One thing I am is the same. My mom told me when I started doing live, stop yelling. I can't stop. Because we need to know. Sunkiss, this is what you got. The due diligence process, a guide to buying land in Ghana. This is yours, sis. And I appreciate your financial contribution. I think you've been giving for like almost 2 years, a while. So hopefully, did you buy this already? I don't think you bought this already. If you did, I'll give you another book. But if you didn't, this is going to you. So folks, when I tell you I'm here to contribute, and folks, I don't have any recommendations for land. Nuh-uh. So if you get an email, because you guys know I've been impersonated. So the beginning of the year, people were impersonating me selling land. It's not me. I have no recommendations. Even when Leslie's having bad things go wrong, she still gave great energy. Thank you. Yes, Brooklyn. Because I'm too high. I'm too high. You understand? When low-level things happen and you're too high, I'm looking down at the low-level things like, well, that's too low for me to go because I'm too high. I'm going to get a shirt that says I'm too high. Would you guys wear that? Would you guys wear that shirt? I'm too high. Congratulations, Sunkiss. I'm still moving there. I was going to buy it today. Well, now you don't got to buy it because you participated and contributed, right? You got it. So email me, Sunkiss. My email should be in the description already, the description box. And I'll show you the steps so you can get this book. It is an ebook. The real answer is connection and favor with respect to who truly decides these cases. Alrighty, facts. Folks, this was a good old time. I am so happy. I had fun. Thank you for listening to me, hanging out with me, participating. That's the most important thing. Participating. And folks, let's live our best lives. Let's be emotionally balanced. Let's do our due diligence and help each other, right? And liking and sharing. That's all you got to do. Hello, Leslie. This is my first time watching you live. This is a great topic. Thank you for what you're doing. Oh, ATM, Intel. Thank you for stopping by. Folks, let's live our best lives. Let's do our due diligence. And I hope you catch my spirit of what I'm trying to say. You have the power. You have the money. Control your emotions. Because, like G said, marketing 101, there's people coming at us from all different angles for money. In any country, anyway. But if you, emotions is headless. Emotions is headless. I think you mean when you're emotional, you're not thinking. Is that what you mean? You're welcome, Sunkiss. Please email me so I can get that to you. Yeah, you have the power. It's your money. Don't be in a rush. Manage your emotions. Stay in control of yourself, folks. Till next time, I appreciate you all. See you later. Folks, once a week. You have me once a week. I did this live today. I did it Saturday last week, Thursday this week, to see what's better. And so far, I think we had more participation during the week. So do you guys prefer during the week at night or on the weekends? Because my highest Most YouTube watchers is Sunday. So I was gonna do my next live next Sunday to test it out. But let me know, because this was good. Was this better for your schedule? Let me know. All righty. See you guys later. I appreciate you. Live your best life.